Stop what you're doing right now. Yes, I mean it. Before you scroll past thinking this is just another tech news video, buckle up, because 2026 is about to hit the TV world like a thunderbolt. A new player is entering the market, a company called Nothing, and the industry doesn't know what hit them. Nobody, and I mean nobody, saw this coming. If you thought the TV wars were just Samsung versus LG versus Sony, think again. Nothing is the wild card, completely mysterious, completely unpredictable. No one knows their strategy, their tech, or even what their first TVs will look like. But one thing is certain, this is a game changer. And listen, if you love staying ahead of the tech curve, hit that subscribe button right now, because what's coming next is going to shock the entire TV industry. Today, we're going to unpack what Nothing is, why it matters, and why 2026 could be the year the TV giants finally sweat. And just so you know, I've dropped a few links and sources in the description. You can check them out yourself and see the leaks, rumors, and insider whispers I've been digging into. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly why Nothing is the brand to watch.
The calm before the storm. How Nothing sneaked into TVs. Picture this. It's late 2025. The industry is patting itself on the back. Samsung has its QLEDs, LG is pumping out OLEDs, Sony is doing their thing with perfect color science. Everyone is comfortable, everyone is confident. And then, silence. Nothing. Not a hint, not a tweet, not a press release. But behind the scenes, Nothing has been quietly hiring top engineers, designers, and panel specialists. People who previously worked at Apple, Sony, and Samsung are now reportedly on their team. And here's the kicker. They're all sworn to secrecy. No photos, no LinkedIn posts, just whispers in the industry. Some insiders say Nothing is planning a launch unlike anything we've ever seen in consumer electronics. Rumor has it, they're not just trying to make another TV, they're trying to reimagine what a TV can do. Think about that for a second. Every TV we know today follows a certain formula: screen, brightness, contrast, HDR, streaming apps, maybe a little AI. Nothing. They're going to tear the rulebook apart. Why the industry is nervous. The bigger the players, the bigger the threat. Samsung, LG, Sony, they've dominated for decades. The margins are predictable, the tech is refined, and the marketing is relentless. But Nothing doesn't play by those rules. Imagine a company that can move as fast as a startup but has the funding of a billion-dollar powerhouse. Imagine a team that's obsessed with design perfection, user experience, and creating something that's simultaneously futuristic and intuitive. Executives in Seoul, Tokyo, and California are reportedly staying up at night trying to figure out who the hell is Nothing and what are they building. Some leaked memos suggest internal debates like, we can't compete if they nail this design thing. They're not just selling TVs, they're selling an ecosystem. Do we even understand their tech roadmap? And here's the scariest part for incumbents. No one knows what the first product will look like. It could be a modular TV. It could have self-updating panels. It could integrate into homes in ways we can't even imagine yet. Nothing thrives on mystery, and mystery sells hype, especially in 2026. The rumors you need to know. I've been combing through forums, insider reports, and social media leaks for weeks. Here's the craziest stuff floating around. Ultra-thin, bezel-less, transparent screens. Some sources hint at a TV that's so thin it could double as a decorative panel when turned off. And yes, there are whispers about partial transparency, meaning light passes through certain areas when it's not in use. AI-driven content optimization. Nothing allegedly has patented a system where the TV analyzes your viewing habits, lighting in your room, and even your emotional response to shows to automatically optimize picture and sound. Imagine Netflix knowing exactly how you like your shows to look without lifting a finger. eco-conscious, modular design. Unlike traditional TVs that are basically disposable after 5 to 7 years, Nothing could launch modular panels you can swap out. Burn in, old hardware, gone. Just replace the module and your TV is effectively brand new. Seamless ecosystem integration. Think smart homes, but amplified. Rumors say Nothing is building a TV that could literally connect with everything. Lighting, sound systems, even your gaming consoles, without any adapters or apps. The TV itself becomes the hub. Pricing strategy unknown. Here's where the hype gets real. Some say Nothing will undercut high-end OLEDs but deliver performance that rivals Samsung and LG panels. Others claim it could launch at a premium price, banking on sheer desirability. At this point, it's anyone's guess.
Why consumers are already excited. Social media chatter is off the charts. Tech YouTubers are losing their minds trying to decode every teaser and leak. Reddit threads are exploding. People are drawing mock-ups, imagining the UI, predicting the specs. Even before the first official product announcement, Nothing has achieved something most brands spend years chasing: massive hype. Why? Because it's unpredictable. Humans are wired to be curious. When a company promises something completely unknown, every consumer becomes a potential fan, a beta tester, or a hype warrior. Contrast this with traditional brands. Samsung releases a new QLED, yawn. LG announces a new OLED, slightly more interesting. Sony releases, you get the point. But Nothing? They've created a cult of anticipation, and that alone has shaken the TV industry. The competitive threat, how giants might react. The reality, Samsung, LG, and Sony don't take threats lightly. Historically, any new contender with a fresh approach triggers a defensive strategy. Fast-tracked new models, aggressive marketing campaigns, copycat features rolled out in months. But Nothing is different. Their stealth launch and secrecy means competitors have no blueprint to counter. They can't just release another OLED faster. They don't know if Nothing's innovation is in hardware, software, or the entire ecosystem. This is why Nothing is so dangerous. Even if they fail, they've already disrupted the industry's confidence, and disruption equals opportunity for attention, hype, and market dominance. The consumer takeaway. Here's what this all means for you, the viewer, the buyer. Expect to pay attention in 2026. Don't blindly follow Samsung, LG, or Sony just because they're established. Nothing could rewrite what we think a TV should be. Consider waiting before buying. If you're planning a new TV purchase early in 2026, pause. The hype might not be empty. If Nothing launches as rumored, your current purchase could feel outdated in months. Stay informed. I'll be covering every leak, every rumor, and every official announcement. Subscribe, hit the bell, and follow the story, because Nothing isn't just a product, it's a movement. The first wave is always exciting. Early adopters will see features that could take years for competitors to replicate. It's a gamble, but in tech, early adoption is where history is made. The hype is real, building anticipation. Let's talk about the marketing genius of Nothing. No ads, no teasers, no official statement, yet the conversation is everywhere. YouTube, TikTok, Reddit, Twitter. This is hype without spending millions on campaigns. Why does this matter? Because anticipation is a psychological goldmine. Every tech enthusiast, casual consumer, and gadget reviewer is now on high alert, scanning the internet for crumbs. Nothing has built a cult-like aura around a product that technically doesn't even exist yet. Compare that to every other TV launch in history. Samsung and LG drop specs. Sony talks color science. You scroll through, you yawn, and you forget. Nothing? You're thinking about it right now, even if you didn't plan to. That's power. That's influence. That's hype. The unknown roadmap, a mystery you can't ignore.
Unlike established brands that follow predictable annual refresh cycles, Nothing doesn't give us patterns. No model numbers, no timeline leaks, no official feature lists. This makes every rumor, every whisper, and every insider tip feel monumental. Speculation alone has created scenarios like TVs that fold like a laptop, smart panels that adjust brightness and sound based on content and your mood, integration with virtual and augmented reality for immersive viewing. All we know is Nothing is moving fast, quietly, and unpredictably. That combination makes it the most fascinating brand in the tech world today. So here's the bottom line. 2026 is shaping up to be wild. Nothing isn't just entering the TV market, they're entering it on their own terms, with secrecy, hype, and unpredictability on their side. Samsung, LG, Sony, and every other established player are being forced to watch, speculate, and adapt. For consumers, this is an opportunity, a chance to witness the birth of something potentially revolutionary. The first products, the first reviews, and the first leaks will define the next era of television. And whether Nothing succeeds or stumbles, they've already changed the conversation. Remember, Nothing is mysterious, unpredictable, and completely unknown. That's the beauty of it. It's the wild card that makes the industry sweat and the consumers curious. If you want to stay ahead of the curve, check the links in the description. I've compiled verified insider sources, leak reports, and early speculations so you can track Nothing's journey for yourself. No promises, just info, insight, and hype. 2026 could be the year the TV industry changes forever. Nothing is the mystery that might just pull it off. And trust me, you're going to want to see how this story unfolds.